Good morning, Hampton Roads. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Virginia's only local real estate investing podcast, where we get to talk about local investors, local deals, and all things local. I'm your host, the founder of the Master Investor Academy and author of my best-selling book, Work Just Gets in the Way of Making Money, Scott Jelinek. How's everybody doing today? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, things you'd like to discuss, properties you would like to sell, you can go ahead and text me. Text me directly, or you can email me. I know a lot of you guys are emailing me. You can text me at 757-699-4227. That's 757-699-4227. And or if you just have something you want to talk about on the show, you can go ahead and text me. I know a lot of people have been doing that. So today is Halloween. So first off, I want to start off and tell you happy Halloween. I've been out of town, so I haven't done a show for you in a minute, and I want to tell you what's been going on. So first off, I did my first, some of you guys may have been on it, but I did my first online event. I did a 5-day slow flip training, a 5-day slow flip challenge. And it was my very first time doing an online event. And you guys who know me know I'm not very tech savvy. And so I was a little nervous on how that was going to go. And I got to tell you, I kind of liked it. I think it went very well. I enjoyed it. The people all enjoyed it. If you guys were on it, please comment and let me know what you thought about it. It was different than anything I had done. And so now I'm having a lot of decision making to do on whether I want to move in that direction and do online or keep doing live, local, in person. But I did definitely enjoy it. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought sitting here looking at a computer was going to drive me crazy, and I needed the interaction to be in person. But the people who were on did a great job in commenting the whole time. And so it actually was really good. I felt everybody was engaged. People loved it, learned a lot. And so I'm kind of trying to make some decisions on what I want to do or how I want to do this moving forward. Any input that you guys have, I would love to get it. So feel free to comment or text me if you have any insight or input as to what your opinions are on that whole thing. So next up, I went last week, I went to Costa Rica for a week. And it was with a business group I'm a part of called EO, Entrepreneurs Organization. And it was a mastermind retreat. And it was really good. But I got to tell you, it was interesting. You know, we've had all this craziness with COVID for the last year and a half, almost 2 years now. And I kind of thought going to Costa Rica, I kind of thought it was going to be wide open down there. And it was not. They had more restrictions than we have. The casinos closed at 10 o'clock in the evening. They had to have masks everywhere like we used to. We don't do it anymore. And then the most unusual thing, I went to this national park. It was pretty awesome. They had a lot of monkeys running around. It was an awesome place. However, they had this gate you had to walk through to get in. So they made us, we didn't had to buy one because I didn't have one. I had to go buy a mask, put on the mask to step through the gate, and then I can take it off once I'm through for the rest of the day. So it's stuff like that that always leads me to be like, why? Please make this make sense. How could this possibly, stepping through a little metal fence, I had to wear it to go through the fence, and then I can take it off. But nevertheless, fantastic time down in Costa Rica, and I'm back. I've been back for a couple of days now. I had a Halloween party last night that we started at 6 o'clock in the evening, and we went till 2 o'clock in the morning. And that was a heck of a Halloween party. Had a DJ over, and it was karaoke and DJing, and it was turned into a crazy party. Didn't plan it, didn't start out that way, but that's the way it ended up. And I heated the pool, so the pool was 93 degrees. I actually swam today too in October, which is a beautiful day out today. Beautiful when you can swim in the middle of October. It was pretty nice. So let's talk about real estate. What do we have going on? So I contracted. Well, first off, I'll tell you. Remember that flea house I told you about, the one we called the cat pee house? Well, that house I have under contract to sell, which is supposed to close tomorrow. Actually, it is the seller side. The buyer side already closed, so I know it's a done deal. I just have to go in and sign because I was out of town. So that house is officially sold. Tomorrow afternoon, I will wrap that one up. And then I told you I did one, I guess it was about a week and a half ago now, where it was a referral from a former tenant of mine. I got that sold actually while I was away in Costa Rica. I hid the keys. I didn't have a lockbox with me, so I just hid the keys under the mat. And I texted the guy while I was away, got it locked up and done. And so now that one is pending closing as well. I contracted another slow flip, which we are pending closing. That's probably still going to be 2 weeks till that one actually closes. And A couple of my guys have some really good appointments. One that just happened today. Mike had an appointment today that was a really good appointment. I wanted to go with you, Mike, if you're listening, but you set it for 11 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't go to bed till about 4. And so it was a little bit rough for me to make that happen at this time. So I want to hear from you guys or what you have going on, because it's interesting the way our brains work and how we get put in a box where, I always tell people, and it's not just me, but it's a fact, that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Well, it's interesting how you have a certain group of people who you may talk to, and all they're talking about is how bad business is right now, how competitive it is, how there's too many people in the industry, they can't find any deals, their marketing's not working, all these negative things, right? And then I can have that same conversation with a different group of people, and they're having the conversation of, oh my God, it's the best time of my life. I can't believe we're making so much money. I can't believe how easy it is. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy. But that's the conversation you're having. I wish I started this so much earlier. This is, it's the best thing in the world I've ever done. And so as a person who's in the middle, me being in the middle, speaking with this group and then speaking with this group, you always have to say to yourself, what is the difference? Why these two different groups are doing the exact same business? Why is this one complaining that there's no deals, they're spending money on marketing and nothing's working and everything's horrible in the world? And then this other group over here doing the exact same stuff is sitting here talking about how I can't believe I didn't do this sooner, how much money they're making, how easy the whole thing is to them, and how much it's flowing. And, I hate to tell you the simple answer to that, because it's not simple, but the beginning simple answer to that is mindset. It really comes down to your brain, your mind, what you believe is possible, what you believe is going to happen. And I'm not going to get into some mystical psychic thing with you, but I am going to tell you that what you put out there in the world is what comes back to you. This I know is a fact. And so if you think, well, what's that going to change? How's it going to change my leads or the phone ringing if just because I believe I'm going to get a deal? Let me tell you, it's going to change. It doesn't mean you're going to get a better lead, but your response to it is going to be better, which in turn is going to turn it into a better lead. It may not happen on the first deal or the first week, but it is going to happen. Everything that you put out there into the world is what comes back to you. So if you sit here acting like, oh, woe is me, it's so competitive, then that's exactly what you're going to get. What you seek, you shall find, right? And so if that's what you're believing in, then that's what you are going to see as real. So I want to leave you with telling you, you guys who know me know I started getting into real estate investing in 1994. At the time, I was primarily buying holds. I started wholesaling and doing the rest of the business, rehabs, wholesaling, everything else in 2001. But when I really got into it, so 94, we won't count all that because I was just buying holds and doing other business on the side. But in 2001, when I really got into it, everyone told me, don't do it. The market is oversaturated. There's too many investors. Everybody and their brother's an investor. There's too much competition. Nothing works anymore. Don't bother getting into it. And I still hear the exact same thing today. So I want you to think about that. 20 years later, we hear the exact same thing. Oh man, everybody's like, yeah, I really wanted to do real estate investing, but it's so saturated now. It's so overheated. Everybody's in it. The prices are too high. It won't work now. I wish I did it years ago. You're wrong. It's the same thing they were telling me 20 years ago. And I guarantee you 20 years from now, they're going to be telling you the same thing. Just because that's their mindset and their belief, don't let it become your belief. I hope that's making sense to you. Don't just because someone else believes the market's too saturated, they can't make money or it's not going to work. That's their belief. Let it not work for them. Don't let it come back to you and become what you believe in. Okay, the business does work. I'm glad I didn't listen 20 years ago. I'm very, very thankful I didn't listen and I didn't go with the, oh, okay, I'll just mow lawns again instead. I said, no, we're going to make this work. And trust me, it'll always be too saturated for a new person. And that's bull. There's always room for you. Especially when you do the things the way I teach, you don't need to do hundreds of deals. So there's always room for you to do a handful of deals every year. So don't let them fool you into thinking there's not going to be any room for you. It's saturated. The marketing doesn't work. I love these guys who spend all their money marketing, trying to tell us or tell you that old marketing doesn't work. You need to buy my course, buy my special software, buy my whatever, and it's going to do better for you because all of the old systems don't work. Well, I'm here to tell you I still do all of the old systems, and yes, they still work. My students still do all the old systems. Yes, they still work. That's just somebody who's trying to market some kind of software or some kind of program that they're trying to profit from by telling you not do everything else in the world that you know works. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to say hi, give you some updates on where I've been, what I have going on, and try and keep your mind in the right place. Do something today that your future self is going to thank you for. I look forward to seeing and hearing from you guys. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you're watching the video and write a comment below. And if you are on the podcast, you can go ahead and leave me a rating review. Greatly appreciate it. And that's all I got for you guys today. And look forward to seeing you soon. Have an absolutely fantastic